Ryan Jackson, your #1 trap house buyer here in Metro, Texas. This is Fort Worth, Texas. We're in the historic Stockyards, north side Fort Worth. This is a great community that just needs some love. We're doing it one house after one house after one house. We're doing it big over here. And let me show you around the bando. Let me show you what's going on. First of all, if you notice, the Cadillac made it in the driveway. The reason why, Concrete Jesus came over here and did what Concrete Jesus did. He ripped it all out. He poured us a beautiful slab, got us a new sidewalk up front, leading up to the house. Come take a look. So as you see here, it's dirty right now, but we've already put some topsoil in. All this concrete work was done by Concrete Jesus. He does all my concrete. You can see here, he cut out some new bins so we can get our cars up in here. And we've already came in and put some topsoil down, had a little rain. We're gonna put a little bit more topsoil down, then we're gonna put some sod in. Let me show you around. New slab up here to the front. What I like about this is it rolls right into the front door. We've already redone the water lines, as you can see. Got a new water main in here. This is a 1914 build. It's been over 100 years since this thing was built. It still smells like rats. We found several dead rats thanks to our poisoning and our working and getting them out of here. Come on in, I'll show you. This is rainwater. I put this on every door I got. It's not black. You can see we've already got the floors in. We went ahead and put paper on the floors to get ready for paint. The painters have already started filling in cracks. This house has a 7-foot ceiling. I'm 6'3". It's got a 7-foot ceiling. It is what it is. You can see in here, we had to rip the ceiling down to get a new HVAC in, because there wasn't any way of getting it in. So this is what we did. We had to rip it out. Unfortunately, you can see here, this is wood from 1914. Look how thick that is. And if you really look, you can see this layer right here is shiplap. So these are 1x6s, and look at this. This is tongue and groove. You can see the grooves and the tongue and groove boards that they put in from 1914. The whole house has that. So you have shiplap on the outside, or tongue and groove. Then you got actual 2x4s. And I mean, when I mean 2x4s, I mean 2x4, not this crap they're doing today where they're shaving it down. Then there's another layer of shiplap, and then you got sheetrock. So shiplap, 2x4s, and more shiplap. There's no insulation in these walls. None. There's no insulation in the attic. This house has no insulation in it. But when my team gets done with it, this thing is gonna have an energy rating like you've never seen before. We're gonna have insulation in the walls. What we're gonna do is we're gonna drill holes, 3-inch holes, between these studs and through that first layer of shiplap. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna trap rat poison in. We're gonna run the ozone machine so that way we can run anything that's living out of these walls out of this house. They can come up and get out. And then what we're gonna do is come back with those 3-inch holes, and we're gonna stuff insulation down each hole between those 2x4s, and then come back and we're gonna patch it with sheetrock, and you'll never even know there's insulation put in. But these old houses don't have insulation. It's a pain in the put it in, but it has to be done if we wanna restore this house and make this valuable to where somebody else can move in. Let me show you the bathroom. It's a very small bathroom, and let me see if I can get out of the light. We don't have much light in here yet, but we got black splash with black tile, or excuse me, black grout. We've got the gold trims, and then we got the black trims. So black and gold trims, black hardware, and this house will be done in black and gold. So all the faucets will be black and gold, all the handles will be black and gold. Anything that I have to buy will be either black or gold, or the mix of black and gold. We've got new doors in. Thanks to Luis, my door carpenter guy. We've got another door in. This house has a whopping 2 interior doors, and you get to see them all in one frame. Here's the master closet, which there's not much. There's not much here. We'll get this into a nice closet. I'll get this little metal thing out of here, and we'll get it looking good. Look at this. Once again, you see the tongue and groove shiplap. You see? And then the sheetrock is sitting on top of the tongue and groove shiplap. So the way they threw these houses together back in the day is they put 2x4s and 2x4s, and I don't even think they're 16 foot on center like it is to code, but what they do is they put the shiplap in to hold those studs into place. So if you were to take the shiplap off the outside, which is under the siding, and take the shiplap up, which is on the inside underneath the sheetrock, your house might blow down, to be honest with you, because that shiplap is what's holding this house together. A lot of people that are rehabbing these old houses don't know that. Let's go into the kitchen. So we got this long hallway that's about, I don't know, 12 feet long. And then you walk in here to the kitchen, and as you see, there's not a lot of light left. And I know you can't smell through the camera, but it still smells like rats. But once we blow the insulation in and get paint on here, you're not gonna smell that anymore. Got a new door in. This is where the kitchen is. Of course, this is where your sink is, followed by a range. Your refrigerator is gonna be where this door is. And then after the range will be a row of cabinets. We're gonna have cabinets up here underneath the roach feces that you can see and the cobwebs. And then Around this corner here is where your washer and your dryer is going to go. Now there was a wall right here about 3 foot out or 2 foot out separating your laundry from your kitchen. I didn't like that. I did a house a couple years ago that was hit by a tornado, and it kind of had the same separation. What we did is we ripped out the walls and we had our countertops go down and then go up and back over. So you're gonna see a countertop come back down and go back over the kitchen countertops. So it's gonna be a flowing countertop over your washer and dryer. So you can slide a washer in and a washer here and a dryer here. You can slide them in and out underneath the countertop, followed by black backsplash, followed by white cabinets. This right here is a tankless water heater. As you see, it's very, very small. We're gonna stuff this in a cabinet. We might have to move this a little bit to get it right for the cabinet, but this right here is what's gonna heat this whole house. The tub, the sink, the entire water heater is right here. I mean, you can almost fit that in the size of in your hand. It's almost the size of a football. Of course, here's the electrical panel. Didn't really have to do much there, but come look around. Come look at this. You see the light coming in? This is just siding on the other side of these studs. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to put some of this foam right here on the inside and keep like wasps from coming in, mice from coming in, bugs are coming in. And then what we'll do is we'll sheetrock it after we insulate it. And you're gonna have a beautiful kitchen here. It's a small kitchen, but it's still gonna be a beautiful kitchen. And let's go out the backyard. Watch out for this tile here. You guys might have saw some content from me about a year ago, and it was the trap house on Singleton Boulevard in Dallas. Mike Dimes came in and did a little music video there with the limousine in. The reason why I bring this up is because this house on Singleton had a beautiful wooden deck that we put in. This house is gonna be no different. We're gonna have an 8-foot deck come off this door. You see these nasty steps from 1914? We're not gonna take them out, we're gonna leave them, but we're gonna cover it in a deck. So you're gonna have an 8-foot deck come off. That's how big the 2x6s are, they're 8 foot, right? So 8 foot off of this, 8 foot off this slab, and you're gonna have a deck here all the way around to cover up this mess over here. And of course, we still got to skirt this side of the house, but the HVAC unit, the outside condensing unit is actually going to sit on top of the deck. So you're going to have a condenser here, you're going to have a deck, and then out here we're going to have grass or rock. And as you see, we still got to come back and grade it. It's been a little rainy, so we haven't been able to do it, but we're going to grade this, we're going to plant some seed, and hopefully within 90 days, this house will be done, the grass will perk up, and we can get this thing off our books. One thing that's kind of nifty about this house, and this is the first time I've ever had this right here, of course, is a tree stump, and this right here is your sewer line, your clean out. This right here is broken clay. This is a clay pipe. This clay pipe runs right through this tree, and this clay pipe's probably been here since 1914. But one thing that I've noticed about this is, why is the sewer line running this way and not this way? I don't know, but I'll tell you this. The sewer runs into the main line over here that runs out to the back. So I think we're sharing a mainline sewer with the neighbor. That's the way it was built in 1914. Can't do anything about it. But this tree here destroyed the pipe. It was collapsed and broken, and I don't even know how they were draining this, if they were even draining it, but now we got it going the right way around the tree, and I'll take this tree stump out in the next couple weeks. Well, over here, we got a lot of rough dirt. We're gonna put some sod in, or put some seed down, and we still got some places here that we gotta get to keep the rats from getting out from underneath this thing. You can bet your tail feathers that I will be putting rat poison all underneath this house before we seal it up. We're gonna run ozone machines to get the smell out, to run any riffraff out of this place. I can't wait to see how this thing comes out. We're gonna list this thing somewhere around $185,000. It's only 524 square foot, but hey, it's practically a brand new house after we get done with it. Can't wait to see how this turns out. Don't forget to hit like, don't forget to hit subscribe, check out the notifications. I'll see you around.